Hey everybody, I'm Alan and this is the Gibson Garage Speed Shop. Okay, so if you've been following along my Instagram and Facebook, you'll know that I have a little surprise coming. So I've been pretty vague about it, just showing a few little clues. But today we are doing some serious modifications to the steering on this thing. I don't think it's ever been done. I can't find any other videos on it, so hopefully this will be a first. And I'll be honest with you though, thinking about it all morning, and I've been procrastinating, just avoiding actually coming out here to make this video. And then I finally realized that, and I was getting sick to my stomach thinking about what I am about to do to this thing. It's really kind of nerve-wracking. I've never done anything that serious. It may go all to crap, but we'll see. And I'm on a deadline. I got until September 24th, the Gold Rush car show at the Salmon Festival here in Orville. I registered. I've got a spot saved for me, so I've got to get this done. It seems like I should be able to get it done pretty quickly. I mean, ideally, that's a month away, and I guess ideally I plan to finish this video and get it out to you in a week, so logically speaking it should be done in plenty of time, but I'm scared to death. I also have maybe some help too, like a sponsorship that might be joining me at the car show, but I don't want to say too much about that just yet. For now, let's get into the truck. So here we see our normal steering stuff. This giant hunk of metal here just weighs a ton, and then you've got your two pivot points and the link rod, or whatever that's called, center link, and then your inner and outer tie rods with a sleeve, right? It's normal, and all that stuff, it's old technology and it weighs a ton. So here's what we're going to replace it with, or I think maybe I'll hold off. I don't want to show you just yet. I want to keep you interested. First, let's just get all this stuff off, and then we can get to cutting. What? Cutting? Yeah? Yeah? Oh, I'm sorry. Here, is this better? That's all I got. It's the lowest I can turn the volume down.
I love the chase and the hunt, and I set the pace when I'm running. I always take what I want and I always give it 100. Don't need a bank, no, I'm funded. Play the game like it's nothing. I'm always thankful for something. Don't take for granted, stay humble. Now wake up! It's time to look at the enemy. Look in the mirror if he is no friend to me. It's not working out, maybe it's the chemistry. It's time to break up so I can make a better me. Better believe in your mind, cause it's everything. You can mold, shape, find almost anything. All it takes is some time and some clarity to find your identity. It's mind over everything. And when I feel like this, I'm immortal. When I feel like this, I'm immortal. When I feel like this, I'm immortal. When I feel like this, I'm
Hot tamale. Metal shavings flying everywhere. It's kind of fun.
He has a history in numerous areas of Butte County, including Orville,
Well, we're finally at the part where I gotta show you what's going on before we go any further. So before I weld this in place, I wanted to put speed holes in it, you know, some dimple dies. But before I put dimple dies in it, I got to know where this is going to mount. Okay, this is the big surprise. This is like a Mustang 2, 77 or so, manual rack and pinion, and this is a steering shaft from Borgeson, and I got 2 Borgeson U-joints here. You can take a look at these part numbers. I'll list them below too, but basically this end's going to fit to my stock column, and that end is going to fit right here. And this came separately. You can get all this at Summit Racing. This is like 99 bucks. Really, this rack is not expensive. And it's about 45 inches long, by the way, which is dang near perfect. I mean, just, it's going to be so workable. And then, you know, the most expensive parts were these U-joints. I got Borgeson U-joints just because I'm going solid mount as well. I just wanted something that was going to hold up. You know, those are like 70, 80 bucks a piece. And then the steering shaft was a Borgeson as well. That's another, I think, 70, 80 bucks. And then these guys I found online. These are great guys, Chassis Engineering. And these are solid aluminum mounts that fit right into here with some wiggling. Anyways, they will fit right in there. And well, that goes on that side, and this goes on the other side. And this side has a indentation for this pipe to go into, and this pipe is going to be like what you bolt it to. This is your main bracket there they included, and then some hardware. Okay, so scratch all that. Attempt number 2 is this. I didn't like what was going on as far as symmetry and everything, and having 3 different pieces and not sure if I had, you know, a flat surface or not between all 3 pieces. So I ended up doing this. I cut it out a little wider just to give everything a little more symmetry, like I said, and made a whole new piece. Put some holes in it because I figured out where I need to place the rack roughly anyways. And now, boom. I love how it just sits in place, and it's pretty good almost everywhere. It's a little rough around these areas because metal's like tapering in, and I'm trying not to go too far and still keep it close enough to weld and keep it flush too, which we are here. This, I was carving away at the wrong area and couldn't figure out why it wasn't going back further to sit flush, so we got a little bit of gap welding to do here, but finally got it in place. As far as the rack itself goes, they're going to sit about, the bolts are going to go through roughly here and here, and then the rod will be going right up through this hole, so I'll have to drill a hole somewhere around here, and the steering rod's going to be sneaking right underneath the motor mount right through there. That's the plan anyway. But anyway, I'm a lot happier with the looks of this piece. There's only really 2 mistakes, which I was able to fix both, or will be able to. The first one was this one. I put these holes too close together, so I couldn't get the right size die. I was able to do these 3 in the large 2.5 inch dimple, but the die wouldn't fit afterwards because this one was already dimpled to get these 2. So I used like the next size down, which was, you can't even hardly tell, but it was just barely able to put the smallest dimple in it, so at least it's not a flat open, but just a flat hole. And then the second one is this, you know, just don't do drugs, kids. And well, and then we got this kind of gap up here, carved away the frame a little bit too much. I'm gonna find a little strip of metal, put that in. It's gonna sit more like that, actually. That's flush on both sides. You notice I welded up these seams here, kind of flattened them out. I'll add a little more there and then sand it back down again. This side came out great first try. This whole side is way better than this whole side, just all together. I don't know why. They're all around, but we'll get there. So it's good right about there. If I hold it where it should be flush, we're way off to the right. You see, right there, I believe, is about where we're going to be. So we got the spacing between the two mounting holes is 16 inches. But they said you need to take it and mount it a ½ inch off to the driver's side. So got the location of the holes. Bottomed out. Okay, I've got it set up in there. You see I slid the rods through the plate. I just got to weld up around both sides. I've got these jacks with rubber pads holding everything together so they'll melt and slide off real easy. Steering shaft going through the hole just like I wanted. Everything's double holes. Well, there it is, bolted on. And look at that length. Look how they go right to the tie rods. Tires are basically eyeball straight. Look at the length, how they match up to the tie rods. Now we're gonna have to cut back a little of both, just so there's some space between them. But not a big deal. And if anybody's wondering about where it articulates, I am less than 2 inches off. I measured before. I'm less than 2 inches narrower altogether, so I don't think it's a big deal. It is a little crooked, but I can fix that. I've got a fix for that already. I'll just hole saw the mount out and let it drop that blade thickness that it cut out and re-weld it. That should be good enough. So another super awesome side effect of this whole thing is the weight savings. So I've took all this old stuff, the pump, the metal, that chunk of metal, pulley, that's the gearbox, all this linkage is about 70 pounds on that. 70 pounds for all that old steering stuff I took out, steering shaft, everything, replaced with just 16 pounds for this and the steering and the new steering shaft and U-joints. 16 instead of 70. It's huge, guys. Next video I'll cover shortening the rod here. This is the steering rod. We just got to cut that, drill a hole in the frame, cut both pieces, and then slide them back together. It's going to be pretty short and the angle is going to be pretty steep. I know it's not supposed to be more than 30 degrees ideally, but we'll see what happens. But that's going to be the next video, and we'll hook up those tie rod ends also in the next video. Steering, what do you call that, rod? Steering column, steering shaft. We'll do that in the next video. It'll be final welded next time you see it. But that's it, man. First person to put a manual rack and pinion on a Chevy OBS truck. It's going to be awesome. Thanks for watching, guys. I appreciate it so much. If you like this, hit the like button, comment for me. Please subscribe so you can see the next video and video after that. Remember, I'm still on a scramble to try to get to the Salmon Festival, the Gold Rush Car Show at the Salmon Festival, September 24th. So give me some support, guys. Hit that super thanks button if you want to. Throw a little my way and help make this happen a little faster, help incur some of those extra expenses that always happen. And yes, I did get some help from Summit Racing. I got their banner kind of stretching out right here, but it's just some stickers. It's supposed to be like an awards event, you know, but I'm not hosting the car show. I'm just participating in it. Now, if I was hosting a car show, then I would, you know, set up the voting and all that. But I will have some goodie bags with some Summit stickers and some of my own personal stickers as well. And I will have a new sticker that's available for purchase, just $1 a piece. So bring your dollar, bring your dollar. Help support the channel. That's what the stickers are for. Help go back into the channel. I'm still trying to get that porticle. That's goal number 1, guys. Help me get that porticle. And then goal number 2 is get this lift installed. So you guys want to know where your money's going, and that's where it's going. It's not just going wherever. I'm saving it up. We've got to get this shop up and running. We got to get this channel, you know, more legit and working and producing some stuff for you guys. But that's going to be it. Thanks for watching, guys. See you in the next one.